I have been doing YouTube for quite a bit now, and since I've been doing it for quite a bit, a lot of horses have come into my possession. When I first started, the only two horses I had were Dash and Honeyplant, and then along came Gale. I only had 3 horses for a very long time, and now I have about 30. I've gotten a lot of new viewers recently, so I think it's only fair that I do another Meet My Horses video, because the last one I did is coming up on 2 years ago, so that's pretty crazy. I feel like I filmed that literally last week, but no, it's been 2 years. I'm getting old. I spent a lot of my free time I will never get back, compiling a list of the most important horses on this channel, their information, and all of that, so I could share it with you guys so you know who's who, what's what, and who's important and who really isn't. I know it seems like I have a lot of horses, but I need to remind you, a lot of horses here, they're in the lesson program, so they're not mine. I just kind of have to pay to keep them alive. So we'll start with the most important ones that I talk about constantly. I feel like the first horse I'm going to talk about is a no-brainer, and that is Rainley. Rainley's show name is Vices and Virtues. That is the show name he came with, and he is a thoroughbred ex-Danish warmblood. His main disciplines as of right now are hunters and just being an eventer. I bought him in 2022. I wasn't going to buy him. I originally had him as a lease, and I was only leasing him to compete him in JEFI, and I ended up liking him, and I decided to keep him. I decided on my little sheet here to put the horse's health problems, their personalities, and their favorite treats. So Rainley very obviously has very major weight fluctuations. He gets really fat and then gets really muscular and then gets really underweight. I don't know why. His personality, I just put annoying. And then his favorite treat is paddock pies. Rainley is my personal horse, so I feel like I should clarify that. Next is Gravy. Gravy is kind of new. Actually, no, he's not. I've had him for over a year, which is crazy to think about. Oh my god. Gravy's show name is I Feel Graves, and he is about 10 years old. He is also an off-track thoroughbred, but he's mixed with an American paint. He is an eventer. He is my personal horse, and his big strength is show jumping, but he is pretty good at everything. I will say that. He is one of my go-tos at the moment. Some health conditions he has are stress-induced ulcers, and they do get pretty nasty, which is why he isn't really around as much as I would like him to be in videos, because shows really do stress him out, and I have to take all kinds of precautions just to keep him happy and healthy. Next is a newer face, Rian. I talked about her last week, so if you really want an in-depth thing about her, you can watch last week's video. Her show name is Edge of 17. We love Stevie Nicks on this channel. If you don't like, get out, sorry. But Rhiannon is a mare. She is 8 years old and a Danish warmblood. She is actually Rainley's half-sister, and she is primarily a show jumper. She jumps really, really high. She is Grand Prix level, and she is just a dream to work with, and she's part of my super secret career plan, so that's that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to horses of the FLEC, horses that aren't mine but are important, and so on. So stick with me here. So up next is Dash. His show name is Thank You for the Venom, because we also love My Chemical Romance here. If you don't like it, leave. When I first started my channel, Dash was only about 4, and he is now 7, almost 8. He is a thoroughbred through and through, an off-track thoroughbred through and through, and he is a gelding. He is an eventer / show jumper. He primarily does show jumping, but he is one of the best lesson horses I have ever had. I almost made him my personal horse, but I decided against it because he's not a horse that needs one owner. He likes a different experience every day. Next is Simon, a fan favorite for some reason. Simon has a very extensive backstory that I would like to expand on further one day, but for now I will just give you the basic details of him. His show name is Al Masra, and he is 13 years old. He is a Belgian warmblood, and he was actually a stallion when I got him, but I had him gelded just because he was kind of insane. He is a show jumper and actually an ex-Grand Prix horse. He was on his way to the Olympics, but the trainer he was under and the owner he was under, they were very not nice to him, and I ended up kind of rescuing him. It wasn't really a rescue, but I willingly took Simon off their hands because they refused to treat him correctly, and that's how that went basically. Up next is Diana. I got her, I got her in 2022, believe it or not. Her show name is Green Goddess, and she is 11 years old. She is an English thoroughbred Frisian cross. I know, weird. She is a show jumper through and through, but she is also very good at dressage. She was actually leased out a little while ago, but I decided to take her back. She doesn't have any health conditions. Again, she's also very healthy, and her favorite treats are molasses treats, anything with molasses, which is not good for her weight, but you know, whatever. Up next is my baby Montero. I love Montero. I love that horse. Okay. His show name is Industry Baby, and he is 6 years old. He is an Iberian warm blood, which is pretty interesting. He's mainly an eventer, but he is still kind of a baby, not so much. I don't know really how to explain it. I got him back in 2022 with my old co-owner. He doesn't really have any health problems. He just gets very, very anxious, very, very green, but that's it. He also really likes panic pies. A lot of the lesson kids love him though, so that's that. Okay, next is Shorty, the $40,000 horse that I bought that I still can't admit was a good investment because it wasn't. Her show name is Strawberry Shortcake. She is 8 years old, a purebred halflinger that I paid $40,000 for. Doesn't have any health issues. She's extremely mischievous, and her favorite food is my hats, because she steals them and chews on them. Up next is Rian, or Behind the Sea. He is a 12-year-old Gotland pony gelding, and he is an all-rounder lesson horse. Everybody loves him. He's another fan favorite amongst the little kiddos. He is very honest though, and his personality is very patient and very honest, and his favorite treats are goodnight moon treats. They're like a calming treat. Shamelessly, up next is my favorite pony, Charity. Her show name is In My Own Heart's Blood because we love Outlander here. Again, if you don't like it, leave. She is 12 years old and a Dartmoor pony. She's a mare, an all-rounder, doesn't have any health issues, and just the sweetest pony I have ever come across. Love her to death. I love her to death, and she loves all treats. She'll eat anything you hand her. So up next is Gail, who used to be my personal horse but is more so of a community horse now. Gail is one of the oldest members of this channel. I've had her since I started, basically. Her show name is Sweet Nightingale, but she's not a show horse. She never has been, and she is about 23, 24, 26 years old. A rescue, so it's really hard to pinpoint what she is. She was a trail horse and just like a companion. As for health issues, she was officially diagnosed with laminitis, so we're trying to keep up on that and just make sure she's comfortable and okay. But she is getting old, and I'm very scared that we may lose her soon. I don't think we will, but you know, I just love her so much. She has been my friend for years, so absolutely the sweetest horse ever. Up next is Zaxby. His full name is Chicken Tenders. He's 17 years old and a Shire. He is a gelding, and he does minimal work whatsoever. I don't think you could make him work even if you wanted to, but he is actually a horse in our therapy program. We do have a therapy program for troubled teens and disabled people, and he is one of the horses that works in that. We take him to hospitals sometimes, and he loves his job. He loves to be fat and eat and just get pet all the time. For health conditions, I put he gets fat. So I guess you can guess what kind of treat he likes. It's everything. Next is Bentley, or Brand New Whip. I did not give him that name. I think we can all guess who did. Their name starts with a W and ends with an aid. Gelding, and he is still very, very green and learning. He is a therapy horse just like Zaxby. I rescued Zaxby, and then Bentley ended up coming from the same owner that Zaxby was rescued from. So Bentley also gets fat, and he is on low-calorie feed. So next I'm going to touch on some horses that aren't really mine or lesson horses, but are very important characters on this channel, and horses that I have been asked about constantly. My little boy Bones. So Bones has a very extensive story that has been documented on this channel for almost 3 years, and he belongs to my husband. Bones' full name is Bonanza, and he is a Mustang and quarter horse cross. He is 8 years old. He is a stallion. I don't know why Wade kept him a stallion, but he is. He is a ranger horse and a cutting horse, and he's extremely, extremely sensitive. He actually lost his eye about a year or two back, so he is blind in one eye, and he is just very neurotic and stressed. I don't know how Wade handles him. I barely could, which is why he is not my horse anymore. At least there's that. They're a good team, they get along, and that's really all that matters. That's Wade's problem, not mine. So there you go. And for his favorite treat, we don't know because he is constantly on a diet. Next is Cersei. Cersei is now 4 years old, and she's obviously a Percheron, ex-Shire. I don't really know what she does, honestly. I know that she's doing something, but she is now with my sister. The original property burned down. My sister had to keep our horses at her rescue for a little while, and she really hit it off with Cersei, so I just said, if you want her, you can have her, because she was probably gonna do better there than she would with me. She's sweet as can be, though. I really hope she's doing okay. I don't check in that much with her, but from what I see, she is absolutely thriving with my sister, which I wouldn't expect anything else, honestly. Obviously, we have Bullet. Bullet is also fairly new. He is a Frisian and Missouri Foxtrotter cross and a gelding. He is my newest companion horse, and I don't know, he's pretty chill. I haven't really done anything with him yet. We're still working on a few things. He's gonna be a trail horse, and he doesn't really have any health conditions, but he is very calm and determined, and I absolutely love him to death. We do have some other horses here that aren't really that important. They're just other lesson horses here and there. We have Monty, we have Nero, we have Winston, we have Epona, Cinderace, and Serena. All the horses I just listed off are going to be sold or leased out pretty soon, but those are most of my important horses. I hope you liked learning about them. I could have definitely gone into more depth, but if I did, this video would have been like easily over an hour, and I don't want to put you through that. I think we're already at almost 20 minutes here, so yeah, don't let me talk your ear off too much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which horse is your favorite, and I will see you next week at a dressage clinic. Alright, bye.